Set. Ignition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off.
Hello friend, and welcome to the slowest sim driving channel on YouTube. We're doing the FIA Gran Turismo Championship Nations Cup. We're not doing this really to score lots of points. This is just the first time I've done it. Kind of a couple of thank yous or shout outs, whatever you want to call them, before we begin. Those are to the new YouTube partner I have, Player, Gaming Made Easy. A fantastic all-in-one application management software with recording and all kinds of stuff. Just check it out on the website, it's brilliant. And also a big shout out to eTeam Brit. I'm driving for eTeam Brit in my probationary period now, which is awesome. This really is my first test with them. eTeam Brit I will link in the description, so you can go and check out their website. Lots of great information there about motor racing and sim racing for people with disabilities, and it's just such a great team. Go and check it out. I won't talk about it, during the video because you're here to check out the racing, but I'll keep dropping in bits of information. Look out for this guy here, Bella Lou, or girl, whichever. They're going to play a big part in this story. Now, I'm down here in 14th in my Team Brit livery. Thank you very much, Lee Duncan, for that. It is awesome. And the reason I'm so far down there is because I didn't realise that I could change tyres between sessions, and I wanted to start this race on hards. So I qualified on hards, left myself right down here at the back with everybody else. I assume they've all done the same thing. But you know what, there's an interesting story about the tyres. Remind me to tell you sort of the end of lap 7ish, maybe lap 8, I don't know. We'll talk about it anyway. It's interesting, I promise. This is a slightly longer video than usual because a lot happens, really a lot happens. We're going full beans on the fuel map because we're not going to have to refuel during this race. We've got one traction control on just to try and maintain consistency. This is going to be 17 laps of the Red Bull Ring in Group 2s. We're in the skyline. Go. Fortunately, we started just before the right-hander there, but that's fine. I managed to control the throttle on the way through. Get straight into Bella Lou's slipstream for that long straight up to that very tight turn 1, where something is going to kick off. Can we go on that side of Bella Lou? We cannot. I'm going to try and get a better run through by making the corner as wide as possible. That really is my strategy for turn 1 there, just make it as wide as possible. So what I want to be doing here is keeping up with the hard tyre runners and then trying to blitz past them when we get onto mediums. That Lou pushes me to the outside there. That we'll call that the first infraction, or the first of many. And behind us though, we've got Rocket Hot Dog, the only other British driver in the lobby. Look up ahead there, we've got some real door bashing going along. Rocket Hot Dog, I'm not saying this because he was doing a British driver there, was absolutely great to drive against. Such a clean driver. So we've had another couple of incidents there. Bella Lou and Edward Phillips both going off. We've made up a couple of spaces there, up to 12th. That's a good start. And I found, by watching the replay, I was really fast for this section. This is one of my best sections. Not the best section, I'll point it out probably on the next time round. We're going to try and stay in the slipstream as much as we can, because I hadn't managed to do a fuel run. I was relying on the fact that I didn't have to refuel. Also, I didn't want to waste fuel either. So slipstreams are good. We'll stay in slipstreams, keep up our speed, keep down the fuel usage. Nice big battle going on ahead. That means drivers ahead losing momentum. We're going to take advantage of that if we can. Get up alongside Nemo. Just slot in front of him. There we go. Into turn 1. We've made up another place. We are into the top 10. That's great. So we're obviously among the hard tyre runners here. Can we get Dogie in 9th place? What up, Dogie? Now, behind us, unfortunately, Nemo comes in hot and punts us off. So I don't get to line up Dogie, and Nemo then just sprints off ahead. That was unfortunate, but it happens. That's a very tricky corner. Not as easy to get your cornering right. This corner coming up here, this right-hander, this for me is my best corner on the track. I don't quite get it right this time because I'm leaving space for Edward Phillips because he's lagging a bit and I was a bit nervous about getting too close to him. But you can see him make up a lot of time on that corner later on in this race. You see Edward Phillips there's just not quite sure whereabouts on the track he is as he's glitching around, so we're going to take it very, very easy with him if we can. Trying to drive as cleanly as possible, trying to represent the team as well as possible. This here, I've been told, is not an overtaking place, even though it's one of my favourite overtaking places, so I'm going to have a few goes as the race progresses. Edward Phillips there, hanging it around the outside, getting a better run out. Unfortunately, that pushes me back into Moskoog. I have no idea how to actually pronounce that name, but we'll go with Moskoog because that seems like fun. He gets to the inside. You know, it's an endurance race, not a sprint. Here comes Bellaloo. So I'm not going to worry too much about losing places at this stage. Like I said, I'm just trying to keep up with the hard tyres, and then we'll race them on the mediums. Interesting story about that, which you'll find later. We'll give Bellaloo a little bit of a nudge there. So what I did was came off the throttle, as you can hear, to allow Bellaloo a little bit of a head start as my way of apologising, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm a dirty driver. I'm really, really not. Whatever people in SSBB clubs might have told you. No, they won't. They love me. I can see here immediately how much later than Bellaloo I can brake, and that makes up lots and lots of time. We're going to make up a lot of time for this next section as well, because the skyline was just phenomenal through here. It really stayed planted. Look at that, we stayed right in the back of the NSX, even though we're right in that dirty air. So I was really pleased about that. Only half a second up to Bellaloo. To Interberg's behind us, that's over a second. Interberg's the Belgian driver we're going to be seeing later on. What can we talk about right now? I don't know. What can we talk about? Because there's not a lot happening. I'm just chasing after this guy in front. Let's shoot forwards a couple of laps, because everything was very status quo up to this point. And as you can see, we've now got a penalty up ahead, which is going to change everything. Oh, and also that punt from Rockstar behind is also going to upset the car. That's fine. You know, people are on hard tyres, their braking points are all off. It's no big deal. I'm not going to worry about it. But at this point, I'm nicely in the slipstream of the car up ahead. We're going to try and use that, and unfortunately, I missed my braking point. I managed to steer past everybody and avoid everybody, but it did put me onto the sausage curb, which meant I lost some time. Okay, lesson learned, never mind. Let's just plant the throttle, get down to the next corner, and get absolutely crushed by these guys. I don't know if they didn't have their radars on or what, but we just got absolutely sandwiched. Wasn't particularly impressed with the quality of the driving in this lobby, to be honest with you. To say it was Nations, I was expecting better. Never mind, let's just put our heads down and see if we can make the best of a bad situation. Up ahead, Interberg's also lagging, so they're all over the place. That means that the overtake has to be decisive and swift. That's come out of nowhere. That's a great shot. Great shot of the car in that corner. Up ahead you can see some carnage. Someone has gone. I didn't see who it was, but I don't think we're going to be seeing them again anytime soon. Rocky Hot Dog coming for a go at me. A very respectful driver. Look how much space he's given me. Yeah, it was great to drive against him. I hope we get to meet again. And if you're watching this video, then congratulations. Might have been the fastest driver in the world, but damn, it was clean. We've lost a lot of time to the guys ahead. 1.5 seconds up to them. It's going to take some time to catch up, but with Moscow having the penalty, that means I might be able to latch on to a slipstream. Interbergs goes way wide there. Don't know if he was pushed out or just missed his braking point. But that is me back in the slipstream. Let's start pulling ourselves back forwards again. Back forwards, that doesn't really work, does it? No. Okay, never mind. We'll brake as late as we can just here without completely throwing it away. And look at the time we make up there. Amazing. Interbergs tries to get away from me, puts the power down too hard and just drops it. That's another place made up. Okay. Moskoog, we have returned. We're going to have another go at you if we can. That is, if we can catch up. Rocket Hot Dog coming through the traffic with us. That's great. You can tag on. I don't mind. I was surprised to see that my door number for this was 4. Actually, I don't think I'm particularly that highly ranked. Okay. I'm not going to finish in 4th. That's not going to be happening. Not after that qualifying blunder. I'm still trying to make up for that, unfortunately. We've got less than half a second. It's the car up ahead. It's now more than half a second. I'm going to try and stick with him. As you can see, we're down to 3/4 fuel. But we're almost at half distance for the race. So really, we've definitely got enough fuel. At this point, I stopped lifting and coasting. Because I realised the fuel was going to last just nicely. Tyres are scrubbing in. We're starting to lose some rear grip. As a result, obviously, with the hard tyres, you do start with minimal grip. So losing any kind of grip is bad. Very, very bad. Oh, I actually nailed that apex, and that's the first time in this race. Up ahead, absolute carnage is going on. I know somebody just lagged into somebody else. That has slowed down the group up ahead. And I think because they're all trying to avoid each other, everybody just loses time on this corner. And even though I spun the wheels up there, I still managed to get a pretty decent run out. Under a second, can we keep it? Can we stay in? Well, we lost Rockstar. As we come through this double left-hander though, Bella Lou seems to lose it and get into me, or just tries to ram me off. I haven't decided which yet. I suppose there's no point worrying too much about it. There's no live stewarding, so I can't report it to anybody. We're going to keep going and try and get away from Bella Lou if we can. The first car starts peeling to the pits. That's great news, and weirdly enough, those guys are actually on mediums. These guys that I'm racing against and overtaking and fighting with are actually on the softer compound tyre. We get an impact there from Bella Lou. Doesn't seem very happy with us, but whatever. So yeah, that's a curious situation with the tyres there. I thought I was on the faster tyre because I was racing against these guys and doing quite well, but in fact, I'm on the harder tyre, which means that when I swap to mediums, all of these guys are going to be on scrubbed hards. Bella Lou there gets into me, knocks me into Rocket Dog, and I'm off. All the hard work undone. Never mind. That's one of those things. Yeah, I just got punted off there, and as I tried to get back on, Bella Lou just rammed into me. Steered into me. I don't know if they're trying to pit maneuver me or what, but that is one dirty driver right there. Obviously, very unhappy about being overtaken on the previous lap. Whatever, we've got it all to do again. Foot down, head down. We've got this. Stay calm. The news about the tyres is big news. Because I suddenly realised that for the last 7 or so laps of the race, I'm going to have a massive speed advantage. Unfortunately, I am going to lose time in the pits. Never mind. There you go. There's another driver going to the pits. What's he on at the moment? Let me see. Don't think so. So Bella Lou was on hards. Other drivers there going in to get rid of their mediums. Moscow, I think, was on hards as well. So it's a very interesting mix of strategies, but it's very inspiring to know that most of these guys were on mediums. We're going to squirrel forward to lap 10. I'm going to follow Interbergs into the pits. Or into the pits. We're going to lose these hards, slap on the mediums, and then we can go racing. Hi boys. Let's crack on, shall we? Lovely, lovely. Obviously going to come out absolutely nowhere with it all to do, but now I've got the tyres to do it. Oh, 14th isn't bad. I think we can do something from 14th. It's actually where we started on the grid. So can we start making up places now, using our superior speed? Interbergs as well, on mediums. Oh, as Moscow misses their braking point completely. Rockstar, I think, was trying to race Moscow, and as a result came through as well. Okay, let's just settle down, get used to this new level of grip, see what we can do. We're not going to end down here, are we? Not with all this grip and this pace. We can do this. Interbergs and Rockstar are having a bit of a bargee there, so we're going to try and find a way past if we can. Oh, this is a bit of a sketchy place to try a pass, and it didn't pay off. I do feel like I'm being held up. Again, I have to back right off. So I'm losing time here. Of course, Interberg's absolutely within their rights to defend there. There was no unfair blocking. That was fine by me. And it looks like Rockstar and Interberg's getting to each other on that corner. couldn't really tell whose fault it was. I think it was Rockstar's. But, you know, they're both stone track, so it's all good. We're still stuck in 15th. The time is ticking. Oh, we're like 14th. Someone's in the pits. We may or may not jump. Guys ahead still battling, so we still have a good chance to stay with their slipstream no matter what happens. Now we've got quite a group of cars up ahead. There you go, go on, later on the brakes. Be brave, be brave. Now Interbergs of course has the softer compound tyres. We've had to go very, very tight, and as a result that's a speed loss. Never mind. Never mind, we're not beaten yet, we've got 5 laps to go. What can we do with that 5 laps? What can we do for Blighty? What can we do for Team Brit? Well, what we can do to start with is get to that corner really sweet. That is absolutely perfect. Exactly how I planned it. Honest, governor. So there's a bit of an issue up ahead there where we lose a driver in the gravel. Place gained, but not a way I would like to gain it. Obviously, it's always nice to make a gain through an overtake. Oh, speaking of overtakes, we're going to line up Interbergs. We're going into that final section there. Yeah, that is my corner right there. That's my boy. Look how much clearance we get by overtaking there. It's just fabulous. If you can do it, you do it right there. I'm about a second slower than I have been, which shows just how much I'm being slowed down. Hey, we have shot a little bit there. We've got a yellow up ahead. Who's gone? Oh, Tumo Kurto or Serto, or I don't know how you pronounce your name, but oh well, they've gone. So that's 13th. Obviously we've still got Interberg behind us, but I am starting to pull away, so that's no big deal. Not worry too much about that. It looks like Rockstar was a little bit squiffy on the exit there. Move forward to the next lap, and Rockstar has a penalty, which means even if we don't get past him, we're going to catch up to that slipstream, and that's good. Here we go. How close are we going to get? Don't want to get in their line really, just in case. Can we go for the inside? No. We'll try again later. Oh wait, that's not the racing line. Oh well, we'll have that place then. 4th place. Let's chase after Moskug, looking 10th. It's our old friend Bella Lou. Can we catch Bella Lou before the end of the race? That would be great, because that would be at least getting past the person who's directly in front of us on the grid. And the person who, you know, spun us into a barrier. Okay. Calm down. Calm down. You know me, I do get excited when I'm chasing. I can't hot lap, I can't qualify, but damn, I can chase. There we go. This is what the gap looks like. 3.5 seconds. Lap 15 of 17. Can we make up 3.5 seconds in that time? We know that at least one of the guys ahead is on hard tyres, and we're on the mediums. We're going to see a penalty up ahead. I think that's Bella Lou that has the penalty, so that's going to make things extra spicy. Come on, Skyline. We nail this apex. Can we do it? That looked sweet. That looks like how it's meant to be done. And the photographer there, looking down at his camera, missed it all. Well, that was my moment gone. Never mind. See the gap coming down. Can we get this corner just right? We've been doing so well through here during this race. Oh, unlike some people, Humberto Barros, you are in the barrier. And I am just 1.7 seconds behind Bella Lou. This is it. This is on. I'm seeing the top 10 finish here. I'm smelling it. I'm feeling it. What do you think at this point in the race? Is the top 10 finish on the cards? Can we do it? Let me know in the comments if you want to see more Nations Cup races, and I will crack on with them. They are a lot more exciting than I realised they'd be. Unfortunately, a little bit messier than I thought they'd be too. We didn't make any extra time through that final sector. Never mind. Moscow has a bit of a wibble there. Hopefully that'll allow us to get up behind him and latch onto the slipstream. We're looking 1.3, closing on 1.2. So yeah, we did pretty well there. If Moskoog's on hards, then we'll have a better run out of this corner as well. All being well, as you can see by the timing on these tyres, I'm just getting faster and faster. I've got loads of grip at this point. Absolutely loads of grip. Now I can almost taste the top 10. With taste the exhaust fumes from the car in front. Gap coming down bit by bit. We're not actually that far off behind 8th, so this could still get very, very spicy. Looking absolutely great through the section. Just half a second now to the top 10. Hey Moskoog, how you doing? Was it Moskoog? Good game? I don't know. I'm far past caring. Yeah, I had a look, but no, not there. Somewhere else, perhaps. We are about to come on to the final lap. Can we get into the top 10 on the final lap? There we go, across the line. The final lap has begun. Can we get Moskoog into this first corner? Certainly ahead here. Oh, but he hangs it around the outside. That's pretty good, actually. That was an impressive defensive line. Yeah, I was happy with that. It was clean and everything. About time, really. Oh, we're running out of corners now. Oh, we've gone out wide. We're going to take advantage of that if we can. Top 10, and we are chasing down Bellaloo. Can we have that 9th place, please? I would really appreciate that. Was Moskoog lining me up there, having a look, having a sniff? We know how good we are through this corner, so we're not going to worry too much about that. We're not going to try defending. I think if you just hold your line there, as long as you don't outbrake yourself, you know, you just take usual line. That's the fastest way of doing it. Bellaloo looking a little bit all over the place for that section. Running out of corners. The first few guys have finished the race. Can we get a run on them? Can we get a run on both of them? Can we go 3 wide into the last section? Here we go. 3 wide into the final double right-hander. We give Bella a little bit of a nudge. And we take Edward Phillips as well. That is 8th place on the track, but we are not done yet. Because a few guys get penalties. They didn't read the rules. They just stuck with their medium tyres. And after starting on P14, we are ending P5. I was just amazed by that result. Thank you, Team Brit car. Clearly, the engineers have set you up just right, and I think that livery was worth at least half a second per lap, which makes a very big difference, let me tell you. Now, as I said, I will leave the links to both my new team, eTeam Brit, and to my channel partner player down in the down in the description rather. Results confirmed. Wow, I'm riding high on that. Rocky Hot Dog, by the way, well done. Managed to beat me, managed to stay out of trouble after my incident with him. Up 9 places. I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. Thank you very much. And of course, thank you to you for clicking on this video, watching it, and, you know, staying to this point. You didn't have to. You could be doing any number of other things, but you're not. Comment below for an invite to my Discord. If you want to get involved with some of the special events, like and subscribe if you are feeling generous. A big thank you to all the people who are in the Discord and support me. You guys are brilliant, despite all the things I put you through. And I do put you through so much. Until next time, be good to yourself, be good to each other. Bye-bye for now.